What's going on today, YouTube? Guys, it's Brandon here again at... give me my sticker. VapXtream. I've been banging out mechanical reviews because of the fact that I am lagging so far behind that it's redonkulous. So we got another mechanical mod for you here today. This one here came from a Chinese manufacturer, and I've done quite a few reviews for them. There are a couple companies that are carrying this. I'm not sure if it's this particular clone, but Vaporist.com, they are carrying a Nemesis clone, and I believe, let me just check here very quickly. Don't know if, let me see. Oh, and by the way, Vaporist.com, you guys are carrying some very, very high-end stuff. I was kind of surprised to see that. No offense to Canadian vendors by any means, but generally for the most part, we don't see a lot of $150 to $275 mods, excuse me. Yeah, at this particular point in time, with the few Canadian vendors that I deal with, there are not many that are carrying the Nemesis clone. Vaporist.com is one. Vapor Solutions. Let me just check here. See what I come up. Oh, nope. How can I do this? Vapor Solutions. Why am I not? I know I have you guys in my thing. I got you bookmarked somewhere. Of course, I'm using my MacBook, so all the information that I have on my PC. Vapor Solution. Where the hell are you? Uh-oh. Vapor Solutions. I'm just gonna check. Sorry guys, I really am sorry. Vapor Solutions. Oh, they carry that Vision Blade thing. I actually had a guy comment on my video. He was actually rather upset that I gave the Vision Blade a negative review, but dude, I'm really sorry to say, but it's just a crappy mod. No, they don't. They don't carry it either. No. Oh. Smoke Tech has a kick. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. So they basically do a clone of the kick. No, they do not carry the Nemesis. Alright, no big deal. So anyway guys, in Canada, if you are looking for a Nemesis clone, they are available at Vaporist.com. This did not come from Vaporist.com. This actually came from a Chinese manufacturer over in Japan, or Shanghai, China. So this does not reflect Vaporist.com whatsoever. It's actually a fairly decent mod. In performance-wise, cosmetically, I don't actually have a real Nemesis to do a side-by-side comparison to. For one main reason is I am a cheap bastard when it comes to vaping gear. As much as I would love to purchase and own a real version of any clone that I own. I just physically and financially just cannot afford it at this particular point in time. Am I a fan of clones? For the most part, if they are built well, yes. Only due to the fact that a lot of people, like me, if the clone performs as well as it does, or if it does perform well, then you might get the inclination that, hey, you know what, I'm going to save up my cash and buy me the real thing. At this particular point in time, I just haven't had a chance, nor have I really found a mechanical mod that it's just like, damn, besides the Meraxis. That's really the only one so far that I'm just like, my god, that's just a damn sexy and well-performing mod. The Nemesis is the Nemesis clone, sorry, let me rephrase that, is a very well-performing mod, in the fact that it does have a floating center pin, which of course you can't see that because the bottom brass pin does not actually move. This has Darlin, whatever, it's plastic. Sorry guys. And it also has a brass center pin, which is spring loaded, which is nice. There's an O-ring on the top ring as well, as you can see here. That's actually designed for the other part of your top cap. There are two small holes drilled in the actual cap. There are also two small holes drilled in the top cap itself. Basically it's an airflow control, because once you put this on, you pretty much got a recessed 510 connection with a little bit of a drip well here, but the holes that are drilled in the top cap go through, so if there's anything, prime example, I don't know why I keep grabbing this thing, but it's just because it's here, I guess. If you flush mount a U-tank, for example, because your airflow actually comes from the cartomizer that relies on the actual 510 connection for your air draw, as you will be able to hear. Decent airflow. If I was to turn this closed, I don't think it actually does anything. It makes it a little bit tighter, but nothing really out of the ordinary. But if you line the two air holes up, you get your loosest draw, which performs very well. So you can pretty much flush mount any device on the Nemesis clone. You also get in your package, actually, when I received it, it came in a white box, and it came in this very nice velvety like pouch that smells like machining oil. Yeah, so anyway, so basically it comes with everything you need to use in a variety of different battery configurations. You have your kick ring, your kick tube for the 18650, and then of course a variety of tubes accordingly. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up in 18650 with a kick, just because of the fact that since I've gotten this device over 3 or 4 days ago, I've never used it with an 18650 and a kick, so I want to try it. So here's my kick version 1. I'm going to slide that in through the bottom. We're going to slide that in through the bottom. There we go. Do this on camera, you dummy, so people can see what you're doing. We'll then thread the top cap on. We're going to thread on the U-tank so that we got our connection. We'll thread on the medium-sized tube, I guess. drop in our Sony. Actually, you know what? We don't even have to use that. We can use the IMR-AW 18650, and then we'll slide the larger size tube, and then we'll slide the locking ring, and we'll thread that all the way up. Just buttery smooth threads, guys. Very, very well built device when it comes to the threading. The switch is copper on the outside. It has an adjustable post on the bottom. You can adjust this in or out for battery tension. Very, very nice throw on the switch. I don't know if you can take this apart because I've never tried, nor do I care. On the bottom it says buy a... Oh Christ. Atto Manzani, I think is what it says. I remember watching Grim Green's video on the original, and the Vaping Greek had sent an audio file on how the proper pronunciation is of this, and I forgot. But anyway, it is a clone, guys, but it does have the laser etching of the Atmu Mitsani on the bottom, with what looks like the front of an old style train in there. You're not going to be able to see it very well because my camera sucks. But anyway, guys, it will thread into the bottom. And the nice part is that you can use the switch to adjust for your battery tension and your throw. A little bit of gurgly there because I was playing with it earlier. So there you go, guys. 18650 version, or sorry, 18650 configuration with the kick. Locking ring, of course, on the bottom, guys. A little bit longer of a throw. Oh, make sure that I'm unscrewing the switch. Dumbass. Snug it up there. Very smooth threading on the locking ring. Very, very, and you just want a gentle touch on the locking ring, guys. Don't crank it. Just gentle touch. That's all you need. Just gentle. Be gentle with it. As you can see in the bottom here, guys, you have a vent hole here, here, and here. So you have actually 4 vent holes across the bottom. So you got a decent amount of venting. Of course, with most of your clones, you have the actual Nemesis name, serial number for some ungodly known reason, and of course the very nice Nemesis logo. It is, I don't know if it's etched or painted. I'm not going to try and scratch it off if it's painted, because of the fact that it's actually a fairly decent looking mod. Mostly stainless steel for the most part, minus the switch. And my only disliking about it is you can see the color differences in the top cap, the kick ring, and the locking switch. Everything else is a nice shiny stainless steel. The other dislike that I have about this particular clone that I have received, the bottom cap is very well polished, very well machined. It's nice and smooth. The medium-sized tube, you can actually still see the machining marks in it. It's really neither here nor there. It is a very well built clone. I think if they would have taken a little bit more time in the finishing of it, it probably would have looked a little bit better. But overall, very slick looking mod. So now I'm going to take the U-tank off. I'm going to take the every time. Clumsy. I'm going to take the kick ring off, throw in, oops, that's actually, let's take that out, we'll take that out, we'll throw that in, and I'll show you actually how, guys, I've actually been using this. I'm just going to check this. Yes, guys, there will be a review for this coming up shortly once I finish vaping this tank. So we got a 1 ohm. Actually, it would have been alright with the IMR battery in it. This is basically how I've been using it. This is a K-Fun light clone. I gotta state that it is a clone. This is a clone. This is a clone. Everybody knows the review I'm doing is on a clone. Thank you. This is pretty much how I've been using it, guys, and performs outstanding. So yeah, that's pretty much how I've been using it as a setup. It is a very heavy mod once you tag on, of course, the K-Fun light, because it's not light to begin with. I don't understand why they said or labeled it as a light, but it's basically built with a 1 ohm coil, so I'm definitely well safe within my limits of the battery. So yeah, guys, if you're interested and you want to grab yourself a Nemesis clone, Vaporous.com in Canada is carrying them. I think they're selling them for around $60. Let me check. Not Vaporous. Vaporous.com. Don't understand why that didn't work. So let's see. Gotta find it. Where are you? Oh, Chiyu clone. There's another one for $64. Where are you? I know you're on here because I saw you. Where did you go? Yeah, they're selling it for $65.99 Canadian, and of course, guys, that is just the clone, or that's just the actual tube itself. Comes with no batteries, no charger, no atomizer, no nothing. And I know there are some vendors that are selling it in the U.S. for a lot cheaper, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the Canadian vendors anyway. So yeah, guys, Nemesis clone. My honest opinion, machining's not the greatest, but you can't really expect much from a clone for the most part, because it's not a one of one clone. It's not a replica. Basically, it's just a cloned version. You know, you can see a bit of a seam here, and you can see all the seams at the top. Other than that, it's a fairly well built mod. I haven't had any firing issues with the switch. It's always fired for me. It is very smooth. It's stiff enough to actually have a K-Fun, which is a very heavy device, and not have it fire with it sitting there. Right? So the switch is very well built. And it performs well. It looks really hot. I love the looks of it. It does look pretty slick. They could have taken a little bit more time on the machining to make it look a little bit nicer. But all in all, for what you get and what you pay for it, actually I don't know, $65. It's not bad. Like I said, I don't know if this is the same clone that Vaporous.com is carrying. It's just a prime example where you can get them from. But if you do like the mod, they do carry them. Like I said, this one came from a China manufacturer that actually builds the clone, or this particular clone, so I can't really give you accurate pricing on it at this particular point in time. But all in all, very well very well built. Machining needs a little bit of work. The etching's fairly decent, and yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a neat looking device, and it works well. So yeah, guys, of course, you know, you can use it in a variety of different battery configurations, with or without the kick. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there. So it does work with a variety of different battery configurations, and battery configurations with the kick. The nice part is you can use it with an 18650 in a kick, so you get that extra extended battery life, which most of my mechanical mods don't have that option. The only thing you can use it with is an 18500. So yeah, guys, check it out if you're interested. It's a slick looking mod. Like I said, Vaporist.com does carry the clone, or a cloned version of it. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. So as always, let's keep on vaping.